I remember one time, fucking, I was hanging out with Lil Kanai, and I went to his house and shit, and same situation, but I wasn't shackled to a bed. I fucking OD'd in this. I OD'd in my fucking my good friend, one of my partner's vans and shit. He let me hang out in his van and shit. I borrowed his van and I was mobbing around doing dirt in his van and shit while he was at work. And I stopped over at Kanai's house to go rap to him for a minute and shit. And I fucking had some. I had some of those Oxycontin pills and shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do me a shot. Fuck this shit. So I heard you could shoot him up, so I was like, fuck it. I crushed him up, threw him in a Mickey's cap, and fucking stirred him up real good and shit, and fucking poured a little bit of water in there and ground him up real good, and got this like real pink nasty paste. Threw some pieces of cigarette filter in there to use to act like a cotton. I sucked it up, bro, and I did a shot. Well, can I went out to the van and shit, looking. He's like wondering where I was at. He said he opened up the door and he found me all slumped over with the fucking syringe sticking out of my toe. And he called the ambulance for me and shit. And I woke up in DG, and I got all these electrodes again stuck in me and shit. And again I got the thing on my finger. And then this time I got a fucking IV stuck in my arm. So I'm fucking. I'm taking all these electrodes and shit off of me, dude, and it's funnier and shit. And I'm like in a hurry to try to get the fuck out of there. And there's no cops around, nothing, so I'm cool. I go and pull this IV out of my fucking arm, dude, and I just yanked the fucker out. All of a sudden, there's fucking blood squirting all over the fucking room, bro. And like squirting all over the bed, squirting all over me, squirting all over the floor. And I'm trying to fucking do all this shit to get all gathered up on my shit. I'm slipping and sliding all over the floor. I take the thing off of my fucking finger and I start running out of the fucking room and shit. And the nurse is like, hey, sir, come back, sir. And I was gone, dude. I was like, yeah, you're not catching me. I'm gone. I got blood squirting all over my arm and shit, and squirting out of my arm and shit. I'm like, I better stop that somehow. I just put pressure on my arm. I took off running. I was at DG. I ran all the way from DG. I ran all the way to something like that. I ran all the way from DG all the way over there and shit. And somehow I don't know how I got a hold of Kanai, but he went and picked me up and shit from over there. I think I went into like a little. I think I went into a auto body shop or something. I called him up and he's like, "Damn, what's up, Uncle?" I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck happened?" He's like, "Dude, I gotta talk to you, man. You're fucking up and shit." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" I had no fucking recollection, dude, of nothing. I don't remember. I don't even not know how I ended up in fucking DG. Honestly, it was weird. But yeah, man, say no to drugs. I got all fucked up, dude. And shit, I was all fucking on a mission, shit, smoking coke or something with one of my partners and shit, and fucking we ran out of fucking lighters and shit, so I had fucking strike anywhere matches, and we were coming down and shit, so we just started getting drunk, dude, and I got arrested at MGM's in the daytime. I was standing on the corner right there on Morrison Road in Wolf, I think it is. And I was sitting right there at the front, the little point right there where MGM's bar is at, right there in the corner. There's like a little point. And I remember I was standing there and I was fucked up, dude. And the cops came up to me and they were talking to me and shit. And I was just wasted, dude. And they threw me in the fucking paddy wagon and shit. They took me to District 1 to the holding cell and shit. And I remember I was in there and I started fucking getting cocky as fuck. And I started talking shit because they just took my shoes and shit, and they didn't even fucking pat search me really, and because I was so drunk, they just threw me in the fucking in the cell, and they didn't even handcuff me to the slab like they normally do. And I remember I reached in my pocket and I pulled out some of them Strike Anywhere matches, dude, and I was like, "Hey, you fuckers, you guys forgot to search me!" And I fucking I hit the ground with the Strike Anywhere matches and got a big ass flame out of that shit. And I don't remember. The next thing I remember is waking up in DG and shit, shackled to a bed. Them cops. I kind of remember one guy putting his gloves on and shit, and then fucking and and another guy, some big ass black dude, and they're like, oh shit, and I'm like, oh. I kind of remember stepping back, and the door opened up, and then I just remember waking up, and I had a catheter. I was trying to like figure out how to get out of the fucking out of the out of the little gurney they had me shackled to. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling off these little electrode things they had on me and shit. And they had the one that sticks to your finger. And then I'm like, yeah, I know if I take that one off, the machine's gonna start beeping. So I'll wait till last to get that off. And like, I still was shackled to the bed. And I'm like, fuck, man, what the fuck is this fucking thing hanging out of my fucking wiener? So I fucking start yanking on this shit, dude. And it's not coming out, dude. That was a fucking mistake, dude. I never do that. Because, man, my shit burned for like a week, dude. After that, after they said, oh yeah, you got a catheter in there, and it's got a bladder that fills up inside of you. So like, they have to relieve the pressure on the bladder, so that way they can shrink it back down and slide the tube out of your penis and shit. But I didn't know that, so I was trying to yank this motherfucker out, and it wouldn't come out.